I am Jeff Hartzog. They call me El Jefe. I am the management company that runs the Cuban Club for a board of directors. This building that you see behind me replaces a building that burned down a year before, and this building was built in 1917. During the height of the cigar industry, they were producing about 500 million cigars here in Ybor City out of many factories. The largest group of immigrant workers were the Cubans. So they came here to the Cuban Club, and this is really where everything happened for them. They would come here for all of their activities. It was busy every single day, whether they were coming to see a play or to have dances, but this literally is where everybody came. Our history at this venue is almost 100 years. Next year will be our 100th anniversary. And I think with a building that's been around this long, there's always going to be some sort of intrigue that's going to be happening here. And this building has certainly that. I've heard elevators running by themselves. I've heard sounds and footsteps, doors that have actually pushed open on me as I've tried to close them, and many other strange and interesting things that happen at the Cuban Club just by the mere fact of us being around for so long and having so many people within the venue, and also, unfortunately, some untimely deaths.
I'm Greg Milton with the official Ybor City Ghost Tour. In 1929, a young actor took his own life on this very stage where I now stand. Well, this young actor wasn't just an actor, he was also a playwright. And one night, in the middle of performance, the man who wrote the play forgot his own words. And through embarrassment, shame, guilt, he came back late in the evening when nobody was here in the Cuban Club. He draped a rope over the catwalk, put it around his neck, and jumped. The theater of the Cuban Club is the most haunted space. In the dark of night, when we have people with their cameras and they're all looking around, we get streaks of light, we get orbs, one of the most common things in paranormal hunting or paranormal research. But we also have captured on film, I'm not kidding, people. I myself have seen on camera a man sitting in the front row. Everything looked very normal, with only one problem with the photograph. He was missing a face. We've also seen a woman. She was very transparent. You could see everything about her female form, but her eyes were the thing that really gives you the chills. Because although she was somewhat transparent, her eyes were glowing orange, like bright fireballs looking out at us. We are on the top floor of El Cubano, the Cuban Club, the fourth floor. It has a very strong history. A dancer in 1921, the dancer of Ybor City. Right here where I'm standing in front of this door, she came out after a strong dance to get a breath of fresh air. A very intoxicated individual who had been pursuing her had been told no the final time, and he pushed her. That poor dancer went over the ledge of this balcony down to the sidewalk. This is where the first murder took place, right here in this very room. From all we've learned, the Cubans did write down what took place in this room, they just didn't use the names. But we do believe we know who the ghost is that haunts this building with a bullet in his face. The TV show Ghost Hunters came here in the year 2009. They wanted to hear the story of Little Jimmy. Well, they believe they met Little Jimmy, and after that episode aired, El Cubano, the Cuban Club, became the fourth most haunted building in the United States of America. So the story of Little Jimmy, it's real simple. Is that a 9-year-old boy swimming in the pool unattended, drowned in that pool. That used to be right here. When I first started doing this tour, I didn't give it a lot of stock. But I'm here to tell you, after 4 years of touring this space, Little Jimmy isn't some made-up imaginary story. He is as real as any ghost can possibly be. We're sitting in what I call the poker room. This also is a very haunted space of El Sitio La Cabana. Frequently we'll hear footsteps walking up and down the marble staircase. We'll see entities, orbs, over here around the other social area where the terrace is. Once in a while, we'll actually get a face appear in the box office, whether you believe that or not, and also the elevator frequently shows up on its own on this floor. So one of the things people ask me all the time is, do you actually believe in ghosts? And I tell them flat out, no, I don't believe in ghosts. I know ghosts are real. Come to the Cuban Club, find out for yourself.